Happy Friday, everyone. You are tuned into KAKAAKI Social, where the hottest trends, the viral vibes, and online buzz start your weekend. I am Chidera Izudoye. Welcome. Now, the federal government has approved the rollout of electric vehicles across Nigeria in a move aimed at reducing the impact of rising fuel costs and ongoing power challenges. The administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu says this initiative is part of efforts to transition the country towards cleaner and more sustainable energy. However, this development comes amid persistent electricity supply issues, raising concerns about the practicability of charging infrastructure nationwide. And experts warn that without significant improvement in the power generation and distribution, the success of this policy could face major setback. But the government on its part is assuring Nigerians that plans are underway to strengthen the power sector while rolling out charging stations in key cities. The electric vehicle initiative is seen as a long-term solution, but its success will depend largely on addressing Nigeria's energy and infrastructure gaps. Now, we're about to have electric vehicles, but let's see what netizens are saying concerning this. And Chizumoneke is saying, solve the fuel crisis with EVs. Brilliant, because nothing says Nigeria like charging your car without a generator, because the grid is on permanent vacation. How many are they rolling out? 5? Or just enough for a photo shoot before the technical issues kick in? And we have another user in the same line who says, what happened to CNG? You just keep on introducing new things without proper supervision. You did free CNG from commercial buses and cars who still buy gas at cheaper rates. Yet, you can control the price of transportation. Now, it is electric cars. What if they are charging the same as fuel? Let's continue. Virtual World is saying, fuel will soon drop to $50 PB if America successfully achieves a regime change in Iran, and it will be economic disaster to Nigeria. Let us continue. Busman says, how do you charge electric vehicle without electricity? Nigerians cannot even charge their phones because no electricity. And we have final reaction in that line, who says, Adeni is saying, no wahala. Electric vehicle car owners should just relocate to Aso Rock to charge their cars. Abio. Now let's continue. Now Tinubu says, the President Bola Tinubu has expressed appreciation to King Charles III and the United Kingdom following his recent visit. Tinubu says the trip focuses on strengthening future ties between both nations and with emphasis on trade, investment, job creation, and opportunities for Nigerians. He noted that key engagements and agreements reached during this visit are aimed at delivering tangible benefits for the country. Now, the president had a very interesting tweet early this morning. Let's read it and see what it says. The president's tweet. The next slide, please. The tweet of the president. Okay, now let's go to our reactions. Mr. President, you are a hero. We Nigerians are supporting you. Please ignore the Sambalat and Tobias. God passed them. Let's continue. And we have Dekan who says, watch Nigerians come and start cursing and insulting him. You can't expect him to undo 8 years of Buhari's failure in just 4 years. At least there's some progress. He has given governors money, local government chairman money. Hold them accountable. Your causes cannot do anything. So after the tweet last night, a lot of persons kept on bashing at the president. What partnership have you, after the whole visit? But then Dune is saying, partnerships are great, but Nigerians are watching for real impact at home because jobs, stable income, and improved living conditions. We hope that these agreements translate into tangible results very soon. Fingers crossed. And Oguntoya is saying, God will continue to bless you and keep you safe to redirect and fix this nation for good, Mr. President, on your mandate. Peace out. Now, let us continue. A concerned citizen has voiced frustration over the rising cost of living, describing hunger in the country as overwhelming. Now, the man lamented the sharp increase in fuel prices and the soaring cost of essential goods, which he says has made daily survival difficult for many Nigerians. He is calling on President Bola Tinubu to urgently address the situation and implement measures to ease the burden on citizens. Let's take a look at this video.
Our fuel, our everything is too expensive in this country. We have refineries but are not working in this country. Nothing is working in this country. And we cannot continue to be in this condition. We are hungry. We are hungry. We are hungry. We are hungry. This kind of hungry must stop. Must stop. Must stop. Stop. Now you don't come to you, when you go, Gary, come down, fuel, come down, move.
Now, let's see what netizens are saying concerning the video. Now, Ambassadors of Peace is saying, Nigerians, we should start calling on President Tinubu to resign rather than seek re-election. Now, with 3 years already spent in office, I feel there is no need for him to contest again. Well, East Blink says the frustration is valid because the gap between the promises and the reality on ground is now a sham. Empty stomachs don't understand economic theories. They only know pain. We need less theories and more tangible action before the people's patience runs out. And we have Chief and Queen who says, hunger is everywhere. Fuel prices are unbearable, yet the focus seems to be on re-election. The people are suffering, and this should be the real priority. Nigerians, your choice. The future comes 2027 elections. Okay, we have one more user in the line who says, okay, now that is about that. Now, the Senate President Godswill Akpabio has reinstated the call for Anioma State and has gained fresh attention with plans naming Asaba as its proposed capital. The Senate President also revealed that Warri is being considered as the capital of Delta State under the proposed arrangement. This development is part of ongoing discussions and is also gaining a lot of tractions across the country. Let's see what netizens are saying. In the space of X, Good Governance is saying, Anioma State Bill, unity narrative versus resource anxiety. If Asaba becomes Southeast capital, and does that strengthen Igbo cohesion nationally or deepen inter-Delta distrust? Nigeria keeps treating federalism like a winner-takes-all game. Okay, now let's continue. This user is saying this is a major development for the region and could bring significant administrative and economic benefits. Creating Anioma State with Asaba as the capital, I may help bring governance closer to the people and boost local development. Moving Delta capital to Warri also makes sense in terms of balancing political representation and access. If implemented well, these changes could strengthen infrastructure, create jobs, and give residents a greater sense of inclusion in decision-making, okay? And Enogi of Benin says, Anioma State confirmed with Asaba as its capital and Warri now the capital of Delta. Big moves, but hope they are not removing any part of Edo in the process. Change is good as long as it doesn't come at the wrong people's expense. Okay, let's continue. And the same user said, opponents in Delta South fear oil revenue dilution and political rebalancing. If new states are the tool, what safeguards prevent a zero-sum fight over derivation? FASC and boundary assets, transparent transition rules, the matter. Now let us continue. Human rights lawyer Femi Falana has raised concerns over the high cost of contesting for Nigeria's presidency. Now, Falana stated this, that the aspiring candidates would need between 5 to 10 billion naira to run, a situation, he says, effectively shuts out professors, workers, and the majority of Nigerians from participating in the process. He described the current legal and political framework as exclusionary, calling for urgent reforms to make the electoral system system more inclusive and accessible. Let's see this video and then to your reactions.
Okay. So take the recent controversial Electoral Act. Yes. For instance. Yes. Right? Yes. All the young people are talking about, many people, is about electronic transmission of results from the polling unit to the collation center. No collation center to the central server of INEC. It goes beyond that. If you look at that law, it's saying if you want to be contest for the presidency of Nigeria, you must have 10 billion naira. I think 5 billion naira. Is in there. That already excludes professors. That excludes workers. That excludes lawyers. And majority of Nigerians.
See what netizens are saying. Precious is saying Femi Falana just highlighted why politics often feels out of reach for ordinary Nigerians. And we have another user who is saying, Samoto the World says, this man exactly addressed the philosophical aspects of law that I have always had reservations on. We have one more user, San Vincent says, these people are literally telling us that power will remain in their hands. No hope for younger generations, and this is sad. We have our last user, Sydney says, 5 to 10 billion naira entry fee. Is this an election or private members club with the emoji? Okay, now let's continue. Governor Charles Soludo has carried out an unscheduled visit to the state secretariats emphasizing discipline and accountability among civil servants. Now, during the surprise inspection, the governor warned that any staff not at their desk by 9 a.m. is risking losing their job, stressing that punctuality is non-negotiable. Now, this move is part of efforts to improve efficiency and ensure optimal service delivery within the state's public sector. Let's see this video.
Say you are the who? Okay. Okay. The other night, need to compile them because we're thinning off all this before. And payroll, we don't need them. Unu jue neck going on there. 9, but only 2 now. How many are there supposed to be there?
They're supposed to be 1, 2, 3.
4. What about here? There's nobody. There's nobody here. I mean, I'm talking about after 10 in the morning. After 10 in the morning, and they're not yet on seat.
4 of them.
4 of them not yet on seat. Let's go. What are the other 3? They have not got into the office. What you do is to turn those chairs down. That's part of the shipping out that will have to go. Those who haven't come, we're going to shut them off for the remainder of this year. So they will have to go. They'll have to go. If by 10 in the morning, they're not yet shown off for work, they're supposed to be a civil servant, then it means they wouldn't need you.
See what netizens are saying concerning this surprise visit of Soludo. Celestine Nelson is saying, go to all the local government offices. You would think there is lockdown going on in Nigeria. Government job is a side hustle to some people. Ghost workers on payroll, no efficiency, no accountability. Some of them overstayed in office, and one rule, head of civil service needs to sanitize this sector. And in the same line, Mr. Sen says, productivity starts with punctuality. Just give them warning, last warning, and try visit again unexpected 2 months after. Things hard for people to be sacked now. Nigerians are not ready to be responsible, but we want governors and presidents to do everything. It is well low. And we have another user who says, the civil servants went to sell market first before coming to work because the country choke. Their salary cannot buy them food any longer. We have our last user, Firefly, who says, if the governor truly sends them out of service, it would be great because civil servants are one of the laziest people on earth. A very nonchalant set of people, even those coming late. All they do is gist in the office till closing hour. It is not peculiar to only Anambra State alone. It cuts across the whole country. The governor should relieve them of their duty, and this will serve as an example and deterrent to those who would want to engage in late coming. And we have one more user in that line who says, just look at the office he unexpectedly visited. No electricity, not even basic air conditioning, and the building looks outdated for a state government facility. You politicians have truly failed us. Chai. Now, finally, a Nigerian man has sparked conversation online after lamenting the country's rising cost of living and housing crisis. In his remarks, he compared global housing standards, stating that while $1 million can secure a home in the United States and £1 million can do the same in the United Kingdom, even 1 million naira struggles to cover rent here in Nigeria. He described this situation as alarming, calling for attention to the worsening economic realities and the urgent need for solutions to make housing more affordable for Nigerians. Let's see this video.
$1 million in America is life-changing money. $1 million in America will buy you a house, literally puts you on your path to financial freedom. £1 million in the UK, I'm sure can buy you a house and probably like change your life financially. 1 million rounds, South African rounds, 1 million rounds in South Africa can buy you a house in Hesse. 1 million naira in Nigeria cannot even rent you a place today. 1 million naira cannot rent you a comfortable place to stay in Nigeria of today. I want you guys to understand how cooked Nigeria is, man, honestly.
Look, we know what the reaction to this video, this lamenting video is, but then that is a wrap for KAKAAKI Social this Friday morning. Remember, it's Friday. Have fun, go out and enjoy yourself and unwind for the weekend. My name is Chidera SD. See you same time next week.